The Lion King is a very special movie in my heart because it's one of the very few movies that my dad actually took me to watch in a theater when it's the animation when I was a little kid. Because especially it's about a story of father and son and the relationship. So I knew that when I went to see it, it's going to bring back so many things from the past and so much memory of my dad. And as I predicted, like the minute I saw Simba, like I was bawling like crazy, and like the whole movie I was bawling like crazy. And so I kind of want to share some of the things that I have learned from The Lion King and how that relates maybe to my personal life and maybe what you could take away from it.
Everything you see exists together in a delicate balance. As king, you need to understand that balance and respect all the creatures, from the crawling ant to the leaping antelope.
Dad, don't we eat the antelope?
Yes, Simba, but let me explain. When we die, our bodies become the grass, and the antelope eat the grass. And so, we are all connected in the great circle of life.
The first lesson is the circle of life. That if you remember from The Lion King, that Mufasa, the father, was telling Simba that death is part of life, it's the circle of life. You know, it's all part of it, it's normal. And Simba at first was like, I'm not so sure, like, what do you mean? Like, Dad, right? It's always very difficult. When my dad passed away, it took me, I was depressed for a number of months because I just couldn't accept the reality that he's gone, right? And I remember in Lion King, I mean, that scene where the monkey leading Simba to say, let me show you where your dad is, and then leading Simba, and by this time Simba is all grown up, to the river, right, to the lake, and you see the water, and Simba looks at himself, reflects on the water, and then say, hey, your dad lives in you. And I lost it. Like when I saw that scene, I mean, it was like I lost it, right? And Jenny would just keep giving me tissues and stuff like that. And I miss my dad. Definitely miss my dad. But I knowing that it's like in the movie, he's part of the sky. He looks at us and he lives within me as well as I see him in me. Of course, is my dad. So that would be the first lesson, circle of life.
Simba, let me tell you something that my father told me. Look at the stars. The great kings of the past look down on us from those stars.
Really?
Yes. So whenever you feel alone, just remember that those kings will always be there to guide you. And so will I.
No, it wasn't exactly like that was a long scar. Yeah, what are you supposed to do? Kill Mufasa?
Precisely.
And lesson number 2 is some people are just evil for no reason whatsoever. You think about the character, the uncle, Scar, killed his brother, right? Really did a lot of bad things. And sometimes maybe you have people in your life that they do bad things to you and you feel like, oh, how come they treat me like that? How come they are so evil? How come they're bad? Like, what did I do to them? Maybe you didn't do anything to them. There are people out there, they're just bad people, right? And you have to accept that that's part of life. Is how you deal with it, how you fight back, and how you avoid some of these people as well. So sometimes don't take it personally. It's not about you, just some people, they're just bad. They're just idiots. They're just evil people. So that's another lesson that I've learned.
Long live the king.
Look, kid, bad things happen, and you can't do anything about it, right?
Right.
Wrong! When the world turns its back on you, you turn your back on the world.
Well, that's not what I was taught.
Then maybe you need a new lesson. Repeat after me. Hakuna Matata.
What?
Hakuna Matata. It means no worries.
Lesson number 3, and that is Hakuna Matata. Don't worry, everything's gonna be okay. There was a scene when Simba was exiled by the Uncle Scar to just go, right? And he left.
What am I gonna do?
Run away, Simba. Run. Run away and never return.
And he walked across the desert, almost died, and then found this paradise, right? And met some new friends. Myself, I could relate so much to that because I was in Hong Kong, in the jungle, and then I immigrated to Vancouver, Canada, to a foreign place that I didn't know anyone, that had no friends, and it seems to be a great country, but it's very, very strange because if you feel very foreign, you feel like an outsider, and you try to fit in. And that's where Simba grew up, and that's where I grew up here in Vancouver, Canada, learning a new way of living, right? Learning a new way of life. At first, I actually had a lot of resentment towards my dad for why did he make me move? Why do we need to immigrate? Why do I need to come to a country that I have no friends and I don't speak the language, I don't understand the culture? And it's only later on in life that I learned to appreciate what is done, because I was getting into so much trouble in Hong Kong that he knew if I continued on that path, I would end up in a very bad place. So he made a decision to move me to here. So at first, didn't like it here, didn't want to be here, but when you kind of have the philosophy of Hakuna Matata, that everything's going to be okay, and everything turned out to be not more than okay, it turned out to be great. I wouldn't be able to do what I do today, I wouldn't accomplish what I've accomplished today if I was still back in Hong Kong. I don't believe I would. It's because I am in here, I'm in North America, that I am able to do what I do today, right? To be able to build a very successful business, to be able to impact tens of millions of people every month, sharing my story, sharing my message. And that's lesson number 3.
Yeah, it's our motto.
What's the motto?
Nothing. What's the matter with you? I tell you, Pumbaa, this stinks.
Oh, sorry.
Not you, them, him, her, alone.
What's wrong with that?
I can see what's happening,
What?
and they don't have a clue.
Who?
They'll fall in love, and here's the bottom line. Our trio's down to 2.
Oh.
The sweet caress of twilight. There's magic everywhere. And with all this romantic atmosphere, disasters in the air.
So many things to tell her, but how to make her see the truth about my past? Impossible. She'd turn away from me.
He's holding back, he's hiding, but what I can't decide. Why won't he be the king I know he is, the king I see inside? Can you feel the love tonight? You needn't look too far. Stealing through the night sun.
lesson number 4, and that is it's okay to fall in love with your best friend. That I'm very fortunate that my wife Jenny and I, that she is not just my wife, she is my business partner in life. She's my soulmate. She's also my best friend. She understands me more than anybody else. So it's okay.
Your parents will be thrilled. What with your being betrothed and all?
Be what?
Betrothed. Intended. Affianced.
Meaning...
One day you two are going to be married.
Yuck! Ew. I can't marry her. She's my friend. Yeah, it'd be so weird.
In the movie, you could see they're like, oh, we're best friends. Like, ew, like I don't want to be fall in love with my best friend. But sometimes it's okay to fall in love with your best friend. In fact, it may be a very good option. It may be a very, very good option because as a couple, in the beginning, the romance period, when the honeymoon period, that's good. But after that period of time, what is left is you as a couple growing together, right? That we're growing together, we're learning together. That there will be some ups and downs. There will be joy, there will be laughter, there will be tears, right? There will be challenging times in going through life. And when my dad passed away in Hong Kong, right, my wife Jenny and I, we went back and she helped me with the funeral and things like that, and it was very, very difficult, and I'm very grateful that I have my wife in my life to be able to support me and go through some of these challenging times that we all face in life.
Look, Simba, everything the light touches is our kingdom.
Wow.
A king's time as ruler rises and falls like the sun. One day, Simba, the sun will set on my time here and will rise with you as the new king.
And this'll all be mine?
Everything.
Everything the light touches.
And last lesson that I want to share with you is that the scene where the king was saying, everything you see, this jungle in front of you, right? It's going to be yours. You're going to be the king. And Simba was like, oh, that's great. Everything is mine. This is all mine. Yep, this is all yours. And Simba was saying, well, I thought a king could do, whatever he wants. And the dad was saying, well, sometimes, there's more to being a king than just getting your way all the time. It's very interesting. Sometimes, a lot of time, I see people, they want to be in a leadership position, but they don't want the responsibility. That in order to be a ruler of many, you need to be a servant to many people. And you can't do that if you don't lead with your heart and you don't put people first.
But I thought a king can do whatever he wants.
Oh, there's more to being king than getting your way all the time.
There's more?
Simba.
Because people know, and people see through that. So sometimes, in most of the time, in most cases, that the king actually doesn't get his way most of the time, because a king has to consider a lot of people, that a lot of people's happiness, their response, their livelihood, versus, oh yeah, just do whatever I want, I just eat whatever I want. And you see the movie when Scar took control of the jungle and just eat and kill everybody, eat all the animals, it turns into this like dark, evil place.
We have only one choice. We must leave Pride Rock.
We're not going anywhere.
Then you have sentenced us to death.
Then so be it.
You can't do that.
I am the king. I can do whatever I want.
And then it's only when Simba took over, then it's flourishing again. It's very much like that. So those are the 5 lessons, and very much so. I know some people, they say that the new Lion King, they don't enjoy it as much. This is a very personal movie for me, so I enjoy it tremendously. From the animation, when I first watched it, to the new movie that I saw. I think Disney just did a phenomenal job, and I hope to see more and more of these movies. And if you haven't watched it, I do recommend it. You go watch it as well. Maybe you'll learn something from it as well. If you learn something, comment below and let me know what have you learned.